from all the Elken products. I think especially when we want to talk about LxYang. So since 13 years ago, Elken Global already launched this product, I think around 2007. So it's already 13 years. So, but that time, Mr. Lee is already taking, I think, starting from the first generation of the LxYang. Yeah. So I think he will be the best person to share his expertise and the experience, because I think he and his family throughout so many years, I think they have experience from the 4 different generation of the Life Extra Young. Yeah, that's why I think we are all very honored to learn more from him today, how it can really benefit from ourselves and to share with more friends in here in Philippines. Yeah. So Mr. Lee, I think today we have many guests also from, like just now, from Saudi Arabia, from southern, from Davao, from northern part, the Cagayan Valley. Some of them just recovered from the flood, but they still join today. Yeah.
Wow.
And of course from Manila.
Glad to see you all here.
Yeah, and many other places. Yeah. So maybe I will just pass the mic to Mr. Lee. Let's welcome Mr. Lee.
Thank you, Josephine. Thank you. Good Elken morning, all leaders. Good Elken morning. Can you hear me? Josephine, can you hear me?
Yes, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, huh? Okay, right. All right, let me find out this script first, all right? And then just a minute. Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Josephine, and thank you for this having me to this meeting, and also for giving me this opportunity. Yes?
Sorry, I think just now we can hear you clearly, but now I think it's like far, the voice like not clear.
So what about now?
Now okay, very good.
Okay, all right. Okay. If you can't hear you, let me know.
Okay.
If can't hear me, let me know. Right. So thanks for giving me this opportunity to share about the LxYang with everyone of you here. You know, this LxYang, I believe that this is a very new now and a very training product in world, particularly in Philippines, right? So my dearest fellow, if you feel like happy or you feel very excited, you want to express your happy and excited for having this LxYang, please just do type LxYang in your chat area down there. Don't be shy. You just type LxYang to show your support. All right. And first of all, okay, let me see more and more this chat activity in the chat room, please. Okay, right. First of all, I would like to share with you all this an article I have read recently. This is a new science study show that the women this heart attack disease symptom had always been overlooked. You know, the women's problem, always been overlooked, the heart attack problem. So the most of them, they don't pay enough attention to this symptom of the heart attack. You know why? Because all the women, they do everything and they take care about everything but themselves. You see, the study showed that they never think twice about the shortness of the breath. They even, when the time they suffer the disease spell, they just attribute it as this is a nothing. This is a not big deal. Even when the pain shut down her arms or when the chest felt like it was burning. So women, okay, will only continue to tidy up their house, or they even to continue to prepare the dinner for their children, to prepare dinner for her husband and the whole family. But they don't even prioritize themselves. So the situation is getting worse according to the researchers, right? Because they found that the people now are more than twice as likely to die from heart attack during COVID-19 pandemic. especially the time of now, we're facing the problem because many of them are not going to the hospital when the time they're experiencing the symptom, any symptom, the heart attack, any signal, they feel that they don't go to the hospital. So this, according to the statistics, show the lifestyle changes and the additional stress during this COVID-19 pandemic has doubled up the death rate of the heart attack. So I think this is a warning, okay, to every one of us, especially for the women, for the sake of you and your loved one. I think by today's we have to learn how to manage the stress. By today, we have to learn how to manage to control the cholesterol level, and we have to find the way out to keep down and control our blood pressure. So if you are agree with me, please type yes. Please type yes. If you agree with me, type yes, right? So before we're moving on, this is information for everyone. I don't know whether you know that or not. The blood vessel in our human body, actually, when you stretch away, it can be 100,000 kilometers long. You see, it's very, very long. It can wrap the circle. It can circle the earth 2.5 times. It can wrap the earth we are living now 2.5 times. It's very long. And the organ here, you see now, this on the left-hand side of you, the organ ensure our blood keep flowing is our heart. And the heart, normally it pumps the blood throughout the whole body. And the blood normally bring along various nutrients and oxygen to every single cells of our body, right? This is a very important information for everyone. And this is a basic knowledge we must have by today, right? But many of us may not know blood vessels are like a bomb. You see, why we say it like a bomb? Because according to the researchers, the blood lipid and the blood sugar, they start to accumulate at the age of 20. As you all know that, once the blood sugar accumulated, it can cause a diabetes problem. Once the blood lipid accumulated in a body, it can cause the fat deposit in our artery. All right, it's just like what you're seeing here in this picture. This is definitely increase the risk of the heart problem. It can cause the heart attack, stroke, even the sudden death problem, right? So now what we are concerned now, what are the risk factors? What are the risk factors to cardiovascular diseases? Later on, we will say CVD. CVD referring to cardiovascular diseases. What are the risk factors? Let's see. Number one is a high blood pressure. You see, this high blood pressure is the most important risk factor. Normally, it will cause reduce the elasticity of the blood vessel, right? And then, which is as many of us know that our ideal blood pressure should be 120 and 80 millimeter of, when the reading up to 140 and 90 millimeter of mercury, normally we call that is the systolic pressure or diastolic pressure of us. If it's beyond 140 and 90, it could be, and with the persistent high blood pressure, we can cause the elasticity of the blood vessel got a problem, right? So the second and the third factor, high cholesterol and thrombus formation, this can increase the risk of the blood vessel blockage. All this we will discuss later on. And the inflammation, a lot of people, they don't know. Inflammation in the blood vessel can affect the normal function of the blood vessel. you see, how do we know our body is inflamed? How do we know our body is inflamed? By the reading of CRP, which is C-reactive protein level. Normally, when the time we go for the body checkup, you get the result of the body checkup, you can see the reading of the CRP, right? When you see a CRP reading, it's getting higher and higher, which is mean that our body is inflamed. We are facing the inflammation problem. And this can be a very serious problem because it affects the normal function of the blood vessel, all right? Now, what are the consequences of the poor blood circulation? We got two types blockage. First, minor blockage. Minor blockage sometimes can cause dizziness, headache, poor appetite, shortness of breath, hand corners or leg corners, and importance. You know, for the information of every gentleman here, I know here we have many gentlemen. For your information, sir, all right, we have to be careful because the minor blockage problem can lead to the erectile dysfunction and can impact the gentleman's ability to have a satisfactory sexual living. And this is a very important information for gentlemen. So from nowadays, every one of us, gentlemen, please, we have to be very careful and to keep our blood pressure in normal, right? So what about the major blockage? Major blockage can cause a more serious case, which is heart attack or stroke. Because of the formation of the plaque, you see the picture here, you see the formation of the plaque, the yellow color, the yellow portion, okay? That can narrow the arteries of the vessel and decreasing the blood flow to our heart and brain. So we have to be careful because your heart blood pressure will be getting higher and higher just because of this blockage, all right? And now this, let me show you the picture. Huh? You see the right-hand side of you, there's plaque has been formed in that blood vessel. And this kind of plaque can reduce the blood flow to the brain or our heart, all right? And this is the reason why nowadays many people, some of the people of maybe some friends of you, and I just have two friends recently, okay, in my life. Recently, just 2 months, 2 months ago, two friends of mine, listen carefully, two friends, not one, two friends of mine, just past 2 months happened. They died in their sleep. The reason it is because of the plaque formed in the blood vessel of them. And this is the reason why also some of the people, they die during the sporting activity. Or this is because of all the plaque formation. It can trigger the sudden cardiac arrest. It can trigger the sudden death. It can trigger the stroke. It can even trigger any kind of the heart attack, right? So we have to very be careful, right? So what kind of, we want to find out the solution to solve the problem of this. What kind of the solution do we have? And what option do we have? Let's see. This is a drug. I think normally the first option people will think out is drugs. And all these drugs is commonly prescribed by the medicine, by the doctors. You see, here we have 5 main, more familiar drugs. We all know, okay, in the market. The blood thinner, normally doctor use blood thinner for those patients with the irregular heart rhythm, right? Or heart diseases. The ACE inhibitors is to prevent an enzyme in our body to produce this angiotensin 2, which is a kind of substance, narrow down our vessel. Now, beta blocker is a medication to help to slow down our heartbeat. And the calcium channel blocker, which is a help to reduce the blood pressure. What about the diuretic? Diuretic is a medication to, to remove sodium, to remove water from our body. So I know some of you or some of us may ask that, does all this medication need to be taken for life? Do we need to take it for our life? The answer is when we start to take all this kind of medicine for our high blood pressure, sure, we need to continue to take all this for the rest of our life. So we all know also all these kind of medication, they have side effects. All right, they should have unwanted side effects, and this is the reason why make people now we are interested in using more this natural supplement to improve our blood circulation. Okay, now we will go on for this this is a picture now I taken from my relative. Okay, I believe that those young people are less likely than older people to believe they have the hypertension problem. But let me tell you guys the truth that I'm telling you guys true. This is a truth that all this kind of medicine are taken by one of my brother-in-law's sons. Okay, he is only 32 years old. Brother and sister, he is, I say again, he is only 32 years old. But here you see there are 7 types of medicine. Every morning, every evening, he need to take every day. And he need to continue to take all these 7 types of medication for the rest of his life. Guys, don't forget that. There are always risks when you take any medicine. We all know this. This is a fact, right? Okay. We just try to take more and more medicine. All right. Other option we have. Okay. Now I give you the second option. I don't know whether you want to choose or not. Okay. This is number 2, angioplasty. Angioplasty, normally we know as balloon angioplasty. Balloon is done by trading. You can see the chart here. By trading a catheter, normally we call is a thin tube through a puncture in our leg or in our arms, artery to the heart. So the block artery here will be opened by inflecting a tiny balloon in it. Right? You see the stent here, it acts as support to keep the blood moving smoothly and to reduce the chest pain. But some kind of people, they cannot go for this angioplasty. Brother and sister, you see who is not suitable for this, who have severe blockage in coronary arteries cannot go for this. When the main artery of the patient bring blood to the left side of the heart is narrow, cannot go this, right? When heart muscle is weak, you cannot go this. When you have the multiple disease blood vessel, you cannot go this. If you have diabetes problem, you cannot go this. So it's a lot of restriction. Not everyone can go for this angioplasty. Option number 3, bypass surgery. I believe that this kind of a surgery, it works very well to improve the blood flow in our heart. But the procedure of the bypass surgery is very invasive. You know why? Because the surgeon need to make a big cut in our chest to explore the organ, to explore the arteries, okay? Because they need to see everything inside our body and they go for the operation. And some of this so-called bypass surgery is very costly. It will cost you 10,000 to 20,000 US dollars. I believe that this is a very, very, very expensive surgery in every way in the world. Furthermore, there are always there are always risks when you go for the operation. So now, this is the most safer and the nitric oxide. This is NO. All right. Now you see, NO, it can help to reduce the blood clot in our blood vessel. And also it can relax the muscle of the blood vessel. The most significantly, nitric oxide, it has no side effect. It has no hormone, it has no chemical. All right. All right, when can we find this? Since we say NO is so good for our hypertension problem, so when can we find this? Of course, the Philippines, right? Now let's see what are the unique formulation. This is the main source. This is the main source to produce nitric oxide. You see, nitric oxide, it was the first gas discovered to play a biological role in human. And this discovery won the Nobel Prize for this medicine in 1998. So now, this is efficacy of the NO. NO, nitric oxide, it can help to dissolve the plaque formation. It also to direct the blood vessel. I mean, it can widen the blood vessel, right? And also can restore the damaged blood vessel and restore the elasticity of the blood vessel. It's so good, right? In fact, body of us, everyone, including you and I, we can produce NO. We can produce the nitric oxide, but the production reduced. It's getting lesser and lesser because of our aging problem. We are getting older, right? When the time we lack of exercise, when the time we're taking the imbalanced diet, when we're facing the stressful life, therefore, it is very important for everyone, you and I, to replenish adequate nitric oxide to the body. So we are very proud to introduce to you LxYang today. Right. Now let's see. Unique formulation of the LxYang, patent curcumin. What is the next unique formulation is patent curcumin. And curcumin, it has a very, very powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effect. What we call this is a blood lipid regulator. What does it mean? What is the meaning of the blood lipid regulator, brother and sister? Let me explain to you all. Curcumin, the blood lipid regulator means that the curcumin here can help to break down the fat in the form of triglyceride. Triglyceride, it is a kind of fat in our blood, can cause the hardening of the arteries. Let me say again. Blood lipid regulator meaning curcumin can help to break down the fat in the form of triglyceride. It is a kind of fat in our blood, can cause hardening of the arteries. So maybe you don't know this. Turmeric has been used in India as a medicinal herb thousands of years. But see, the researcher today, they know what kind of role can play in our body. This is a bioactive compound extracted from the turmeric with the clinically proven benefit. So what we call this curcumin, we call it is a patent curcumin. What are the uniqueness? Uniqueness of number one, special delivery system and higher bioavailability. You see, the bioavailability is a mean that we have 4 times higher than the generic curcumin in the market, right? If you compare with the market, normal curcumin, the bioavailability of the LX is 4 times higher. But don't ever to compare with the ginger you can see in the wet market. Don't ever to compare like this, all right? It's different. It's totally different, all right? Let me show you. Now, see this. Okay, let me show you what are the differences between the generic curcumin and the patent curcumin. Generic curcumin mean is a normal curcumin. On the left side of you can see the very poor solubility and the low bioavailability. And what about the patent curcumin of us? It's very easy to dispose, and it has 4 times of this ability of the curcumin absorbed and used by our body. 4 times. I say again, it's 4 times higher, right? So it's very, very unique and very, very different. So what about the uniqueness number 2? Synergistic effect to increase the nitric oxide production. So maybe some of you don't know what is the meaning of the synergistic effect. All right, I will elaborate further on this. It is an effect arising between two. It is an effect arising between 2 or more substances that produce an effect greater than the sum of their individual effect. All right. Maybe I can explain like this. 1 + 1 is not equivalent to 2. When you say synergistic effect is 1 + 1 larger than 2. This is the meaning of the synergistic effect. All right. Now, you see the chart on the left side. If today the LxYang comes only with the ingredient arginine, with the one arginine, arginine only. It comes with the arginine only. It can only produce 350 plus nitric oxide. But if the LxYang, it comes together, both arginine and the curcumin add up together, it can produce another additional 40% of NO in our body. This is very amazing. So this is a very advanced technology we call synergistic effect to enhance the bioavailability of L-arginine and boost up to increase the production in nitric oxide. All right. So fantastic. So what about the uniqueness number 3? The uniqueness number 3 to improve the blood lipid profile. You see the patent curcumin, it can help to reduce the total cholesterol level down to 19.3%, and also lower down the triglyceride. Still remember triglyceride, which is the fat in our blood, triglyceride can cause the hardening of the artery. We can lower down the triglyceride by 21.8%. And the LDL cholesterol, we can lower down 17.9%. And we can boost up the HDL cholesterol. Normally, we call this is a good cholesterol by 31%. All right, so good. Now, this is very important information for you and I. As long as we are able to reduce 10%, just 10% of the cholesterol level, lower down 10%, just 10%, and we can lower down another 10% of the blood pressure, lower down just 10%, then it will make us to be able to reduce the CVD risk, cardiovascular diseases problem, by 45%. Now, this is what we call, it's a very amazing synergistic effect produced by the LxYang, right? What about the unit number 4? Let's see. Increased antioxidant protection. Curcumin can increase the catalyst activity up to 72%. So we also don't know what is the catalyst activity. Don't worry. What is the catalyst? Catalyst is a very important enzyme in protecting body cells from oxidative damage by reactive oxygen. You see, when I say reactive oxygen, which is mean that we are referring to the free radical derived from the oxygen molecule, correct? Which is meaning as long as we can reduce the catalyst, we can increase the catalyst quantity, then we are able to reduce the oxidative stress, and we are able to reduce the inflammation problem. Still remember just now we have mentioned, we have discussed before, inflammation can cause the problem, the thickening and the narrowing of the blood vessel. Inflammation can cause the problem of the thickening and the narrowing of the blood vessel. So that's why it's a very, very crucial for us to control, to avoid suffering from the inflammation in our body, especially in the blood vessel. So we have to very be careful and be alert. All right. Now, uniqueness number 5. Curcumin in the LxYang, of course, it is the winner of the multiple award. It has received multiple awards for its innovative delivery system that enhance bioavailability. Still remember, which is 4 times higher than the generic curcumin, if we compare with others, right? It has received the award of the year and award-winning technology in the 2019, and also received the award for the innovation of the year in 2019, right? Okay. Last ingredient I want to discuss with you here in the LxYang, which is a tomato equus extract. What is the tomato equus extract? Normally we will call TAE, E.AE, TAE. First, let's see what is the benefit of TAE. Now, TAE, it can help to maintain the normal peptide aggregation, which contribute to healthy blood flow. Now, I think many of us, we know that once our blood vessel becomes ruptured or our blood vessel become damaged, see, after that, when the time happens, the platelet will rush to the site of the injury and to quickly to form up the clot, to form up the plaque to stop the bleeding immediately. This is the role played by the platelet. But what if our platelet is not healthy? What if our platelet is not healthy? You see, when the platelet in our body is not healthy, it can switch from a very smooth state to a sticky state. What we call is another word is a spiky state. Okay, when the platelet become the spiky, you see the chart down here, the white color one, the white color. Okay, you got the spiky. What is? It's a kind of it comes up like very spiky. Many this is a kind of changes of shape, right? And then it can stick together as a growing number of sticky platelets stick to each other. When they stick to each other, it can slow down the blood flow in our body, and finally aiding the stress to artery wall of us. So it becomes the hypertension problem, right? So what are the risk factors of unhealthy platelet aggregation? What are the risk factors to cause the spiky platelet? Number 1 is the lack of exercise. If we don't exercise oftenly, this so-called platelet can become more spiky. And the mental stress, especially during the pandemic period. Now we are facing stress, very stressful life now, right? So we have to be careful. Obesity and diabetes, smoking, aging, and air pollution. All this can cause our platelet become unhealthy. So I would like to remind everyone here, maybe for the office-based workers, and even the long distance travel. I believe that in Philippines, everyone is getting used to this. Long distance travel. But the long distance travel, it can cause our body to produce less NO. I say again, the long distance travel can cause our body to produce lesser nitric oxide. When the NO quantity is getting lesser, it will make our platelet to become more sticky or to become more spiky, and then to prone to clotting, make them to stick to each other. And then especially when the time our diet is high in fat, our diet is high in sugar, our diet is high in this salt, there will be also lead to more spiky platelet. So it sure will be getting worse and worse when the time we are overweight. So we have to maintain our weight in normal. Be careful. We have to make any chance to this spiky platelet problem, serious problem. TAE, it is kind of clinical proven benefit. It is anti-platelet aggregation effect. You can see within 1.5 hours after injection. That's why this is a reason why after we LxYang, within the 30 minutes times, even if and some more is supported by the study as a primary prevention of the cardiovascular diseases. And the effective rate is 97%. It's very, very, very high rate. Now, uniqueness of the award-winning and the patent Pato acquired extract, we call TAE. I suggest you all take a quick glance at this page. But one point I need to highlight is that you see number 3, this nice. They have recognized this TAE can help to maintain the normal platelet aggregation, which contribute to healthy blood flow. You see, when we say European Food Safety Authority, I think this is a very high standard organization. And then this is kind of international recognition awarded. So I myself think that we should give a plus for this recognition, international. If you agree with me, please type yes. Type yes. All right. So what about this? All right. This is a 4th generation, as MC the Josephine, she has mentioned just now. This is a latest generation of the LxYang, we call it. All right. And this is an enhanced formulation, of course. And I believe that some of you already start to take this, but we still have to review again, since we have a span of 40 minutes just now to discuss on this product. But let us review again what are the benefits of the this respective ingredient, right? Number 1, L-arginine. It can help to maintain the elasticity of the blood vessel. It can help to maintain the elasticity of the blood vessel. The curcumin, still remember, it can regulate the blood cholesterol and boost up nitric oxide. Boost up nitric oxide production. It's no, which is no, yes or no? No, it is not the word of no. It is a nitric oxide production. It can boost up by another additional 40% if you still remember what we have discussed just now. And this is a strong, very, very strong anti-inflammation and antioxidant, all right? Still remember, inflammation can cause the hardening, the problem, the hardening and the narrowing of the blood vessel. Don't forget this. So number 3, TAE, tomato extract, to prevent the abnormal platelet aggregation, okay, to prevent abnormal platelet aggregation. Number 4, synergistic nutrient, to support the healthy circulation system, support healthy circulation system. All right, all these trial results have been tested and proven, okay, because the company EKG has done the self-assessment of 37 subjects, age of 32 to 74, who consume 2 sachets every day. All right. So we go what the result we have now. We have proven 70% reported improvement on the systolic and diastolic BP. BP means blood pressure. Okay, 70% improvement on the systolic and diastolic blood pressure, and 49% reported reduction on the triglyceride. Still remember, I have mentioned to you all triglyceride, which is a fat in our blood vessel, which is a blood in our blood vessel, right? Can cause the hardening of the artery wall, right? So also 57% reported reduction on the LDL cholesterol. LDL cholesterol, normally we also call this is bad cholesterol, all right? And 19% reported improvement on the HDL cholesterol. Ladies and gentlemen, when we say HDL cholesterol, normally we're referring to the good cholesterol, right? And 51% reported reduction on total cholesterol. This is very important reading, because I think you know that when you go for the medical checkup for your own, you will see this is a very, very important reading will be tested, total cholesterol. Now, this is a live blood analysis we have done for different VIP in world, okay, let's see. Now, this is number 1. This is a technician. This is the technician who is the age, I think, high cholesterol problem and high blood pressure. So now you see the picture on your left-hand side. The red blood cells, they all clump together because of what? Because of unhealthy eating habit and lack of exercise, of course. And after taking this LxYang, the red blood cells are less clumping together, and the body are able to perform the function better. Of course, you can see the blood cells, the red blood cells is getting separated. Now, what about this? This is an investment advisor, 44 years old, who has a hand pain and headache problem, high blood pressure, who has not enough sleep time, smoking, who is a smoker, a lack of exercise. You see the blood circulation is very poor. How do we know this blood circulation is very poor? Because you see the red blood cells all stick together, which is indicate that the blood flow is lack of oxygen, and also it stands for this is an acidic body, what we say. All right. Now on your right hand side here, after taking LxYang, the red blood cells of this investment advisor are more separated, and this is mean he or she has a better blood oxygen delivery. All right. So what about this? This is a retiree, age 60. This is old fort and always headache and feeling tired very easily, whereas the imbalanced diet intake no appetite, no feel like eat too much, cannot sleep very well in the night. All right. You see left hand side, the red blood cells are sticking each other. They easily fall sick as a result acidic body. So when we mention acidic body, we will recommend you to take more spirulina. I say again, when I say your body is kind of an acidic body, we are strongly recommend you to take more spirulina, because spirulina is 100% alkaline food, as you know that it can balance your this acidic body. And this picture also show the retiree has the problem with the poor oxygen delivery. What about after taking this LxYang? It has a great improvement. Red blood cells can carry more oxygen to the body. And then after taking this LxYang, I'm sure that this retiree can be more energized and more this spirit. So this is confident what I have on this product. Now, what is the recommendation consumption for every one of you and I? Okay, maybe some of you cannot wait to have this LxYang. So the first question we want to ask, all right, how many sachets should we take in a day? Okay, normally we will recommend everyone to take 1 sachet in the morning and 1 sachet in the evening. But please note that you are advised to consume before your meal. You are advised to consume before your meal with empty stomach. And please remember, this LxYang is only for adult consumption. It's only for adult consumption and not for the pregnant and lactating women. Not for the lactating women. I mean the breastfeeding women, not for that. All right. Okay. Before that, I share a bit about my own experience, because LxYang, for me and my wife, LxYang is the best thing for my wife and I before we work out at the gym in the morning. Because my wife and I, we work out at the gym every morning. So LxYang, it helps us to maximize our energy to this what we call optimal level. We both like it very much. And one more experience is my father. My own father is 77 years old. 77 years old. Drinking LxYang is a must thing to do in every morning for him. Must thing to do, for my father. Every morning before he goes for jogging, he must drink the LxYang first, because of course he can feel the difference. So that's why he has doing this type of the action for many years. My whole family, my father, my wife, and I has been taking this LxYang for more than 10 years. I say again, for more than 10 years, we are taking this product. From the generation number 1 until today is a generation, the 4th generation. 4th generation, we are taking this product. So I have a very strong confidence. My wife has a very strong confidence on this super product. So don't be hesitate, brother and sister. I think I strongly recommend this is the right choice for you and your loved one, right? Don't be hesitate, all right? So, all right, now finally, in conclusion, I think I would say that prevention is always better than cure. Prevention is always better than cure. So, my dear fellows, my dear leaders in Philippines and Saudi Arabia, everywhere, okay, I hope you are staying safe and healthy, especially during this pandemic, very critical period. But anyway, let's live it up with LxYang together. All right, see you. Thank you. I end my sharing here. Josephine.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Lee, for sharing his precious experience with us. Yeah. I think especially his and the wife and the family and the father, the own experience and confidence with the product is very important, because throughout so many years, they have been, really benefit from the product and recommend for so many friends and a lot of testimonies. Yeah. I'm not sure now if any of the guests, if you have any question, if you really want to ask, you may type in the chat box, or you may unmute your mic. Maybe you can also open your camera so that we can take a group photo. Yeah. Or many has already experienced the benefit of the LxYang. Yeah. Okay, so maybe we'll take a picture first. Please open your camera and look at and smile. Wait, some are still preparing. Yeah. If you have any question, you can also type. Yeah. Okay, I'll wait for more people first. Wait, Hi, Dr. Jane. Hi, Dr. Irene. We also have Dr. Guest today. Okay, wait, Okay, just smile. Continue to smile. Wait, continue to smile. Okay, wait. Okay. Okay. We have around 80 over guests today. So once again, I thank you everyone. Yeah. Wait, I just saw one question here. From Wait, I missed the second to the last slide where you mentioned taking before meal. What medicine is that? I think when Mr. Lee talked about taking before meal, he referred to the LxYang, the product that we discussed today. Yeah, it's good to drink before meal, at least 1 hour before meal. I think preferably early in the morning. Yeah, so that is when you have an empty stomach, that is the best result that you can get for the nitric oxide production. Yeah. So question number 2 from Mommy B, can we recommend this to a person with high creatinine and diabetic who need to undergo dialysis? Not sure, Mr. Lee, if you have experience with any customer with similar condition.
If your customer with the diabetes, we have to understand the patient whether can take a piece of apple or not. If the patient can take a piece of apple, mean he or she is allowed to consume our LxYang, because LxYang is a low GI this product. I mean, when I say low GI, I mean because at the same time, when this patient can eat apple is a kind of low GI fruit. You understand me? So if those people can eat apple, mean that he can consume LxYang. Other than that, if we do not have any reference except the apple or other fruit, you may refer back to your doctor. But don't worry, as long as you can eat apple, mean that you can consume LxYang. All right.
Okay. Okay. So next question. Let's say there is for a mild stroke patient, what will be the recommendation of the dosage? I think.
Where is the question?
The question is direct to me. So you can
oh, see.
I think maybe
what
they
was
type
the
wrongly.
question?
Mild stroke patient. So what do you think in your recommendation, Mr. Lee, if you have any customer?
Mild stroke. You see now. Are you saying the stroke patient?
Stroke patient, yeah. But mild.
Yes.
What she means is maybe it's a mild stroke, yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because frankly speaking to you all, my father was caught the stroke before. It was many years ago. And at the same time, there was third generation. When the EKG comes up, third generation of the LxYang. My father also, insists to consume the LxYang in of the third generation every day. And then you can find the patient can recover back as is more faster and more effective than those people they don't consume any product like us. This is what I found from my father case. Don't worry.
So Mr. Lee, will you recommend 1 sachet or 2 sachet for the stroke patient?
You see, for those patients with a stroke problem, we will strongly recommend to consume 1 sachet in the morning and 1 sachet in the evening.
Okay.
We will strongly recommend this. For normal person like us, for me, I spend 1 sachet. I consume 1 sachet in the morning. Yes.
And next question from Sister Melody. It's the same question. Can we recommend to patient with chronic kidney disease?
Kidney disease. For me, my experience is no problem, but you have to be careful with the you have to avoid to take too much of the protein, right?
Yeah.
LxYang is okay.
Yeah, LxYang is
No
okay.
worry.
I have
No
also
worry.
checked with nutritionists. Yeah.
Yeah, no worry.
It's okay, thank you, Mr. Lee. There's one question: is this good for prostate cancer patient?
Cancer.
Prostate.
It's not this is not
cancer.
Normal prostate problem, right? It's a cancer, right?
Yeah, prostate cancer. Yeah.
For cancer, I think we will strongly recommend you to take more spirulina.
Yeah.
Spirulina and this you have to proceed to more this detoxification.
Yeah.
Not this LxYang. Not this LxYang.
Yeah, I think he can start with spirulina, like lactose, like Mr. Lee mentioned, the detoxification. Yeah, and maybe the IG6 and the fish oil to help on the inflammatory problem. Yeah.
Yes, IG6. Do we have a synergy in Philippines now?
Not yet.
Synergy.
No.
Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Right.
So the basic one I think will be the spirulina, lactose, colostrum, fish oil. Yeah.
All right. IG6 will be good.
Yeah. Okay. Next one from Sir Rosalino can the same thing. Is LxYang can be taken with our maintenance medicine of diabetes and hypertension prescribed by doctors, meaning the person already taking the drugs.
Don't worry.
But should they separate the LxYang and the drugs?
Not necessary at all. Actually, you can take together just like my father. My father will do the same thing. In the morning. Yes.
Okay. So no issue on that. Yeah.
No issue on that. No issue.
Okay, from Mem Izai, I think she has a new user of LxYang, whom I know maybe she has some pneumonia history. So she vomited after consuming the LxYang, I think for the first 2 days, and they feel dizzy. So what can we advise, or is it part of the recovery action?
If you have this kind of reaction, we will recommend you to take half sachet of the product. Don't take full sachet at the very beginning stage. Maybe you have take time to to get yourself to used to it. Right?
Yeah.
Take half of it.
Yeah, I think that is what we recommend. If the reaction of the person is too strong, actually could be referring that her body blood circulation is actually quite bad. That's why the body healing reaction is more extreme than healthy person. So like Mr. Lee mentioned, maybe we can recommend the person to start with the half sachet first. Okay, and from Ma'am Yvonne, what if the patient is already taking the medication for the heart problem? Will LxYang affect the medication?
No, 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 no. Don't worry, no worry, no worry. You can go for this. Even it doesn't matter. Even you go for the this surgery. I mean for your heart problem or this. No worry. It doesn't matter. Even my customer, he's still hospitalized. During the hospitalized period of time, he also consuming the this
LxYang.
what we call here like extra young in same time. No worry, no worry.
Okay.
Uh.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. And next question, is LxYang good for people who have problem of prostate enlargement? I think meaning already inflammation at the prostate.
Yes, 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 yes. Actually, it's good lah. You have, but the prostate problem, it depends on how serious is it.
Yeah.
We cannot. We have to study the case by case. We cannot just answer like this way.
Yeah, yes,
Yes or
understand. I
no. You
think
see.
for Sir or Ma'am, Mac, no, yeah, if you want to ask more details, you can text us more details to your upline or to me. Maybe we can check with the nutritionist. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Next question. I have a friend who in the process of healing of breast cancer. Whether can she recommend this?
Can, sure can.
Yeah, I think no problem of the breast cancer patient taking this. Yeah, it's just that
Yeah, yeah.
maybe at the same time, if you can recommend the spirulina, could be better for her recovery as well, I think. Yeah.
Sure, sure. Yes.
And that's all, no more.
No
Or
more.
expert. There's one more question asking about the price. So in the Philippines, the range is between 307 per sachet. There is one box like this. It's between 307 peso to, you can get it also at 208 peso per sachet if you buy the package, which is good for husband and wife for 4 months. Yeah, so you can always check the package price with the person who invite you to the Zoom meeting. Okay, so yeah, I think we have one more. Wait. One of our client already ordered LxYang, but the doctor advised him not to use the product because it may be dangerous to his condition. And the doctor told and if the doctor told that the client took the product, they are not liable if there is anything wrong happen later. So what is the best advice to actually recommend the patient to use the product? Sir Moses, can you explain what is the condition of your patient now? You can unmute. I mean, is he having heart problem or stroke or high blood pressure, or what is the condition that you mentioned here?
Yes. We are not sure what kind of condition he's facing.
Hi,
Actually,
sir.
hi, good afternoon, good evening, Sir Lee and Ma'am Jo.
Good evening.
Actually, one of my brand ambassador as an advice because her client took undergo the medication of his heart condition, and the doctor, his physician advised him that he will not he is not advisable to use the LxYang product because he is undergo medication for 3 months. So what is the best advice if my client or if our client will push through using the LxYang product? Because the physician did not guarantee using the LxYang product will improve her health condition.
I think this kind of situation we have to because I'm not so sure about your friend's condition now, but since the doctor say that during the 3 months medication period of time, so I think we better let the customer of us or the client of you to make the final decision by their own, right? Because they when the time they very insist that a doctor advised this not to take, okay, because we just from here and what I know from you, I'm not so sure about the actual what is going on there. So
Because Sorry, sir, because the doctors advised him that it might be complicated if our client will take the election while undergoing the other medication.
But Sir Moses, what is his problem actually? What is the
Actually,
condition of the patient?
actually, he's having heart problem. Then he will under observation for another 3 months. Then after taking the issued medication, he will come back. He will go back to his physician for to check if there's an improvement with the issuance of medication.
You mean he need to go back to the review whether he need to do any, maybe
Yeah,
doctor need to do
but
any surgery or anything later?
yes, but the doctors advise him to go back after 3 months after finish the medication. But the clients already ordered the LxYang product, but he's afraid to use the LxYang product as per advice by his doctor.
All right. Okay, there are two options here. One since he's already bought the thing, he can keep the product for 3 months. After that, can continue to use it. The other option is he can actually, if you say that, I mean, according to your information you've given to us, if you say that your friend is just facing the heart problem, it's only the heart problem. It's sure definitely is not the problem to consume LxYang. You can show the our this what you have learned from us tonight. You can explain to your friend again and try to convince him to continue to take the LxYang. There are two options for you to go for it lah. So it depends on your friend decision, because your
Okay.
friend decision is the final decision. Okay,
But
we
is it
cannot.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. But is it
Yeah, yeah,
advisable
go ahead.
to use the prescribed
Yeah,
one
yeah,
and then the
yes.
election? Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. As I say, is if the problem is only related to the heart problem and the erection problem, sure, LxYang is the good product
Yeah.
for him.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you very much for your advice. Then I will advise my client to
Yes,
use the product
yes,
of
yes.
election.
All right, all right, all right.
Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
so Moses, I think like Mr. Lee say, if the problem is related to heart, actually definitely LxYang can help.
Yes.
I think it's
Okay.
just that from the doctor point of view, because he handled this patient for 3 months, of course, for him, he don't want to get into any complication later that will maybe related to him. He will definitely say that please do not take any single thing. So that's why it's important that I think you explain this to the patient, so the patient or your friend will make the final decision whether he will take the product or not. Yeah, but I think we have a lot
Okay.
of testimonies that the patient they are taking both at the same time, and the 3 months later when they go back to review, some maybe have blockage and need to do the surgery, but they don't need to do the surgery anymore. Yeah, so I think it will help. Yeah, it's just that how you are going to explain to the patient. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Mr. Lee.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah.
Miss Jo, I just
Yes,
want
Dr. Jane.
good evening po everyone. I just want to add something.
Yeah.
Actually, my father underwent the pacemaker, and his cardiologist treated him for 3 months because there was a complication of thrombosis. He gave my father apixaban, which is an antithrombotic agent. And after taking that, I asked him if my father can continue the LxYang. And he said yes, just after
Oh,
my treatment, just after the 3 months treatment. So I
okay.
think Sir Moses, maybe they have the same condition or probably not, but I think it is better to respect the physician's what they call physician's prescription for
Recommendation. Yes.
recommendation for 3 months, and then uh, it's up to the patient if he will or she will continue the LxYang or not. But I think it can be useful because my father who had a heart problem really benefited from it. Kaya lang, we really have to respect the patient's decision and of course the doctor's recommendation as well. But I think LxYang will be very useful. Apo. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Jane. Yeah, for your additional comments. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Thank
We
you,
should
doctor.
respect the patient
Yes,
decision
yes,
and the doctor
yes.
recommendation. Yeah.
By the way,
Thank you.
LxYang can wait. The order of LxYang can wait after 3 months. He can stock the product after 3 months, then he can use.
Yeah, depends on the patient decision. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think that's all. We have answered most all the question. Wait, just one, Ma'am Estrella, you want to explain your question? There's one more she sent to me. She say the patient having throat inflammation, but the doctor prevent her to take any food supplement. I think I'm not sure why, because I think if it's just normal inflammation, actually there is no harm for her to take any product, or any supplement, and most of the supplement are 100% nature, like spirulina, I think colostrum, all these may help her recovery. So, but it's okay. If you have any more question, you can text me later. Yeah, I think that's all about that. So once again, we thanks Mr. Lee for his time, for his precious time to really spend for us and really explain and try to answer all the questions. Thank you so much for everyone. And we really hope that with this product and the knowledge shared today really help you, and we'll be able to share the goodness to help more people around in Philippines, because I think a lot of everyone, we need to really have the maintenance of our cardiovascular health. So thank you so much for your time. So Mr. Lee, you have anything to add?
No, that's it. Thank you so much.
Okay,
everyone,
thank you so
for
much
your
for
time,
everyone.
for your attention as well.
Thank you so much, everyone. Take care
Thank
and
you.
good night. Have a good
Good night.
rest.
See you. Bye.
Thank you,
See
Mr.
you.
Lee.
Thank you.
Thank you.